Tadasana pose. When you're ready, inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, folding forward with a generous bend in the knees, releasing the neck. Coming halfway up, breathe in. Folding forward again, exhale, releasing. With bent knees, coming all the way up to standing, getting tall and long. Exhaling the hands into prayer. Again, reaching up on an inhalation, stretching out. Exhale, folding forward, diving in. Halfway up with a long spine, inhale. Folding back in, exhale, release. Coming all the way up to standing, strong back, strong legs, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale. Inhale, reaching up again, long stretch, exhale, folding forward, emptying out. Coming halfway up, breathe in, lengthen. Hop or step back to plank pose, and then exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Or a cobra pose as you inhale, open the chest, making your way back to your downward facing dog. About 5 breaths in downward dog. Bending one knee and then the other. Maybe even bending one elbow and then the other. Moving through your hips and through your shoulders. Long breaths. On your next exhalation, hop or step both feet forward. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, folding in. With a long spine, inhaling, coming all the way up to standing. And exhaling right into another forward fold. Empty out, release your neck. Halfway up to breathe in. And then hop or step to your plank pose. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Another 5 breaths in downward dog, feeling the lift of your hips, keeping a little bend in your knees, rooting your hands down into the mat. When you're ready to exhale again, empty out, hop or step forward, coming halfway up to breathe in. Exhale, folding back in. Coming all the way up to standing on a long inhalation, reaching up and right into another forward fold. Exhale, release the neck. Halfway up to breathe in. Hop or step to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, strong upper body. Inhale, upward dog, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rooting down through your palms, lifting up through your hips, feeling the length from your hands to the very tip of your tailbone. A little bend in your knees. Deep breaths. Exhaling to hop forward and sit down, moving into Navasana pose, boat pose. Spine is nice and long and lifted, with your hands either holding onto the backs of your thighs or reaching out in front of you. Lifting through the top of the head, feeling your abdominal muscles hug in as your chest lifts up towards the ceiling. Every exhalation, pull your abdominal muscles in. Every inhalation, lift up through your heart and your chest. Exhaling to cross your ankles, palms to the floor, hop back to your plank pose and hold plank for about 5 breaths. And moving directly into downward facing dog. About 2 more breaths here. And then exhaling everything out. Hop or step forward, halfway up to breathe in, long spine. Exhale, folding in, empty out. Coming halfway up to breathe in, and then all the way up to stretch up and reach up, folding in again as you exhale. Halfway up, inhale, exhale, hop back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog, open chest, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to extend your right leg up and back for 5 breaths, creating a long diagonal line from your hands to your right toes. Reaching your right toes up to the corner of the wall behind you. Keeping your hips level as you stretch. And releasing the right foot. Inhale to extend the left foot, same thing, reaching up and back. Breathing into all of the space between your foot and your hands. And releasing the left foot down, downward dog. Exhaling everything out, hop or step forward. Coming halfway up, breathing in, still a little bend in the knees. Exhale, folding forward. Dropping your hips this time, inhaling into a chair pose. Lift all 10 toes off of the mat, sit the hips back low, reaching your arms up alongside your ears. Every inhalation, feel your chest open. Every exhalation, abdominal muscles draw in and legs are strong. Exhaling when you're ready, fold forward, empty out. Coming halfway up, breathe in, straight back, hop or step to plank, and exhale, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to reach the right leg up and back again, 5 breaths here. Rooting down through the palms. Make sure you press your energy into every finger, reaching out onto the mat. Getting longer, feeling your glutes working. On your exhalation, take your right knee to touch your right elbow. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, right knee to forehead. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. We'll do this 3 times. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach up one more time. Right elbow. Forehead. Left elbow. Inhale one more time up with that right leg. And then step the right foot forward. Stay on your right toes. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot for a low lunge. Press back through the left heel, draw forward through the crown of the head. Breathing the entire length of your spine. And releasing your right foot to the back of the mat and moving into downward facing dog. Exhale completely and hop forward, sitting down. Moving into boat pose again. You can hold here, or if you'd like to do the twist, you can. Touching each elbow to the mat as many times as you'd like to. Or of course you can take any variation of boat. Legs can be extended, arms can be extended. Heels can always come to rest on the mat if you need to. No matter where you are, keep your chest lifted. Keep your abdominal muscles drawing in, navel toward your spine. Continue to breathe. And then crossing your ankles, rolling forward, palms down, hop back to plank pose. You can move through the vinyasa or hold plank or move directly to downward dog. Next inhalation, reach the left leg up and back, 5 breaths with the left leg extended. Getting long, stretching out. Lots of breath. And then we're going to exhale, knee to elbow, knee to forehead, and then knee to the right elbow like we did on the other side. Inhaling to lift and extend the leg. Exhaling to touch knee to elbow or forehead or right elbow. 3 sets. After the 3rd time touching your right elbow, inhale to reach the left leg up. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Both hands to the inside of the left foot for a low lunge. Pressing the right heel back and the left shin forward. Feeling length from the top of your head to your right heel. And then stepping your foot back. Exhale, lower down into chaturanga. Upward dog, breathing in. Downward facing dog, exhale. 5 breaths in downward dog. Feel free to exhale through your mouth if you'd like to. Still keeping a little bit of a bend in the knees as you lift your hips, lift your tailbone. Exhale everything out, hop or step forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding in. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale into a chair pose. Right into a twisting chair, left hand between your feet, right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Opening the chest to the right side of the room. Drawing the left knee back, strong exhalations as you twist. And then just switching sides, right hand comes down between your feet, left arm reaches up. Exhale to draw your abdominal muscles in strong. Inhale to open the chest. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway up to breathe in, hop or step back, and lower down chaturanga. Upward dog, open heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale the right leg up. 5 breaths, right leg extended. Engaging your glutes, feeling the strength of your arms. Exhale, step the right foot forward, staying on your left toes. Inhaling to make your way up into a crescent lunge. You can leave your arms extended up above your head. You can bring your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift your heart and your chest. Whatever variation you choose, keep your left leg nice and strong and a deep bend in your right knee. Exhaling to release this pose, you're going to shift your weight into your right leg. Walk your hands forward, lift your left foot up off of the mat. Strong spine, long spine. Up on your fingertips, little bend in the right knee. Left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale to set the left foot down. Step your right foot back into plank pose. 5 breaths. Next exhalation, downward facing dog. Inhale to extend your left leg up now, 5 breaths here. Make sure you're pressing down through every finger. Not so much weight into the heel of your hand. Drawing your body up and back with your left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Again, coming into whatever variation of a crescent lunge you would like. Keeping the legs strong, right heel pressing back. Lifting the heart and the chest. Breathing deeply, opening up. Releasing this pose, hands come down to the floor. Shift your weight into that left foot, lifting your right leg off of the mat. You're up on your fingertips with your spine nice and long. Right leg extending and reaching energetically back behind you. And then releasing the right foot to the floor, step to plank. 5 breaths. Let's move to downward facing dog. Exhale. A couple of strong exhalations here in downward dog. On your next exhalation, you'll walk your hands to the back of your mat to your feet. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale to fold in with a generous bend in your knees, wrapping your arms around the backs of your calves, relaxing your neck. Pressing your thighs to the wall behind you. And then releasing, coming halfway up to that long flat back, reaching the arms out to the right and the left. Little bend in the knees and moving your weight forward towards the front of your feet. Crown of the head pressing forward. And then on an inhalation, coming all the way up to standing, reaching up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Moving into tree pose. Starting by standing on the right foot. Finding your drishti, drawing your left foot in to your right upper thigh or below your knee. Tailbone down, shoulders down, hands in prayer. About 5 breaths here, maintaining your drishti, your focus, your focal point. And now let's cross the left ankle over the right knee and sit back into a chair pose. Left ankle crossed over right knee, hips reaching back. And then we're going to fold forward, keeping your left leg where it is. Ankle crossed over knee. Left foot is going to stay exactly where it is. Little bend in the right knee. On your next inhalation, leave your left leg where it is. Walk your hands forward into a plank pose. Your left foot stays where it is. Press your left knee open, up away from the floor in your plank pose. Moving to a downward facing dog, release the left leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Go ahead and set your right heel down. Inhale to a warrior 1, and then we're going to open up and move into a bat pose. Clasping the hands behind your back, turn your torso to the right, and exhale, folding in. Let your arms come up and over your head as much as you can, or just rest your knuckles on your lower back. Relax your neck, strong legs, keep pressing the left knee open. Releasing your hands to the floor. You're going to shift your weight into your left foot again and lift your right foot off of the mat, walking your hands forward. Same that we did before, reaching your right foot behind you strongly, long spine, deep breaths. Exhale to set the right foot behind you. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Inhale into a plank pose with that left leg up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. About 5 breaths in the downward dog. Now again, when you're ready to exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat, to your feet. Inhale to come halfway up, and exhale to fold. Again, any variation of a forward fold that you'd like for about 5 breaths. You can cup your heels or step on your palms or clasp your elbows. Keep a generous bend in your knees, just gently pressing your thighs to the wall behind you. Just a couple more breaths. And then go ahead and release, coming halfway up, reaching your arms out to the right and the left. Long line of the spine from your tailbone to the base of your skull, stretching out between each of the vertebrae in your back. When you're ready to inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Going through that same series on the other side. So starting in tree pose, this time standing on the left foot. Right foot comes to your calf or to your upper thigh. Finding your drishti, your focal point. Hands come into prayer. Really pressing the bottom of the left foot into the right thigh, standing up tall, shoulders down. And then we're going to just cross the right ankle over the left knee and sit back into a chair pose. Right ankle crossed over left knee. Pressing the hips back, breathing up into the rib cage, up into your heart. Now remember, right ankle stays where it is. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing into the center of the back as it rounds over your legs. And then when you're ready to inhale, the right leg stays where it is. Walk your hands forward into plank pose. Press your right knee open. Press your right ankle into your left thigh. Deep exhalations, strong exhalations. Moving back to a downward dog, inhale, the right leg reaches up. Extending, lengthening back out, holding it up for a couple more breaths. And then exhale to step your right foot forward, left heel goes down. We're going to move into our bat pose again. Bringing the hands behind the back, turning the body slightly to the left, and then folding in. Letting the arms come up and over your head or just resting them on your lower back. Right knee presses open. Releasing the hands down to the floor. Shift your weight into your right foot and lift your left leg off of the mat. Walking your hands forward. Long spine at an angle. A diagonal line of your spine compared to the floor. Little bend in the right knee is fine. And then finally stepping the left foot back. Inhale, the right leg reaches up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Feel free to exhale through your open mouth if you'd like to. Releasing any tension in your jaw or your face. When you're ready, exhale everything out, hop forward, sit down, and then move down onto your back on the mat. At this point, doing some abdominal work, so you can choose whatever abdominal work you would like to do. If you'd like to go back to Navasana, you can. I'm doing some bicycle abdominal work here with 25 touches for each elbow for a total of 50 reps. You're welcome to do any other sort of stabilizing poses here if you'd like. Just make sure with your abdominal work that you're not holding your breath. Even though the abs are engaged, we're breathing up into the chest and between the shoulder blades. There's Plenty of room for the expansion of your breath while you're engaging your abs. If you're not done already, then go ahead and finish up. Take a moment to just stretch out on your mat, laying down on your back, reaching your arms above your head. Deep breaths into your belly. And then taking one more exercise here for the lower abdominal muscles. Place your palms just underneath your hips, extending the legs to the ceiling. Exhale to lower your heels toward the mat without touching. Inhale to bring them back up. The idea is as we lower the legs, we let the arch of the lower back happen. And then as we're bringing the legs back up, rather than using hip flexors, we're using our abdominal muscles to bring the tops of the hips closer to the bottom of the rib cage. Trying to keep the neck and the arms out of it, hip flexors out of it as much as we can. Drawing those legs back up by moving the hips with your abdominal muscles. And let's go ahead and release. Draw your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, roll up, palms to the mat, hopping back to plank pose. You can take a vinyasa and go to downward dog, or you can stay here in plank for just a few more breaths, continuing the heat in the abdominals. And when you're ready, making your way to downward facing dog. Lengthening out from your heels to your sits bones and from your palms to your tailbone. Let's inhale to reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your right leg underneath your body out to the left side of the mat, bending the knee deeply, pressing the hips forward and up, reaching the left arm up and over your head. Breathing up into your heart, into your chest, just a few breaths there. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. It's just a nice front body opener. Left foot reaching under the body to the right, deep bend in the knees, right arm reaches up over the head. Right leg is straight and strong, left knee bent deep. Just opening up after that core work. And releasing back to a downward dog. Coming on down to the knees, we're going to move into a camel pose. If your back doesn't feel quite ready for it, you can leave your toes tucked under rather than having the top of your foot be flat on the mat. Reaching back to take a hold of your heels, pressing the hips forward, feeling a gentle stretch in your quads. Try to draw your tailbone down towards the backs of your knees and breathe up into your heart, up into your chest, opening up the throat. And then releasing that pose. Now we're going to come into a seated position and move into fire log, starting with the right leg stacking on top of the left. The idea in fire log is that our shins are stacked on top of each other. We're going to take Garudasana arms, eagle arms, reaching the arms out to the sides, and then crossing the arms above your elbows. We'll have the right arm on top of the left arm. I like to start with my elbows high off of my chest, and then with every exhalation, slowly lowering the elbows, moving the stretch that I feel between my shoulder blades when I'm in this position with my arms. Releasing the arms when you're ready. And of course, you can stay upright in your fire log pose if you're already feeling enough of a stretch. Or of course, you can walk your hands out in front of you and fold over your legs. We'll make our way out of that fold. We're going to take a Purvottanasana just to open up the front body. So extend both legs straight out, hands behind you. Inhale to lift your hips up off of the floor. Press your toes to the floor. Lift up through the chest. Couple of breaths, opening up. And then we'll lower the hips back down to the floor. Taking our fire log pose on the other side. Left leg is on top now, shins stacked on top of each other. And then doing our eagle arms, crossing our arms in front of our bodies with the left arm on top this time. Elbows up away from the chest, and then if you would like, with every exhalation, slowly lowering the elbows down and pressing the forearms forward a bit more. And then finally releasing the arms and moving a little bit deeper into your fire log pose, whether you stay upright or you make your way forward. Strong exhalations. Breathing deeply into your back body as you fold. Long exhalations. Let's go ahead and release. Fire log pose. Make your way down onto your back. Take a moment to stretch your arms up above your head, stretch your legs out, take a few deep breaths. Maybe exhaling nice and strong through an open mouth, stretching your jaw. And then let's go ahead and draw the right knee into the chest, pressing the left thigh down, left foot forward, and you'll feel a stretch in the left hip flexor area. And let's go ahead and move into a twist, taking the right knee to the left, keeping the right shoulder down, bringing the right ear to the mat. As we're coming to the end of the practice, remember to continue to support the spine by exhaling completely when we're in these twists. And let's release the twist. Extending the right leg out on the mat, drawing the left knee into the chest now for a few breaths, pressing the right thigh down. Stretching the right hip flexor. Hugging the left knee in tightly, and then let's take our twist. Left knee moves to the right side of the body. Left shoulder stays down, moving the left ear to the mat. Breathing deeply between the left armpit and the top of the left hip as you inhale. And then exhaling to feel that squeeze of the abdominal muscles, the support of the spine. And let's go ahead and release that twist, drawing both knees into the chest for just a moment, taking any other finishing pose that you would like for the end of your practice here. When you move into your savasana, feel free to have your legs straight out on your mat or open wide, arms overhead or out to the sides or alongside your body. I'm resting with my feet in cobbler's pose, knees open wide, arms above my head. Deep breaths. Exhaling to let go and to soften. Ease yourself over onto your side, and then bring yourself up into a comfortable seated position.